Set to kick off.
Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Go now. 70, Indy. Now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you. Keep it to short gains.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Ready?
Throwing on 3rd and long. McIntosh. And that is incomplete. Adoree Jackson right there, step for step in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert. That one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. With it is Jackson. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. This is Logan. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
King now on 3rd down. Now he'll escape to his left. He may try and run for this. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Packers will get the football at their own 20-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ready.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. It's a loss of 2 there.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards, first down Packers. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. A run for Nick Chubb. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 32-yard line. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 32-yard line. A good run by Chubb on first down as he'll get about 6 yards there. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Back to throw. McIntosh. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end over the middle. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Dallas Goedert, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and through, and that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a 4th down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
31 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads. They don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. On the tackle there, Natrell Jamerson out of Wisconsin.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Let's go. 70, Indy.
On 1st and 10, McIntosh. They'll get this one to Galladay. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers.
60 outlaw. Pilot, 64, weak.
Throwing on 1st down, McIntosh. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. N'Keal Harry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
The extra point up and good. And it's now 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun, King. And Jennings has it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down. Looking to throw. King. Tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. Jennings was the one he was looking for.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Come on, come get some. 6-6, pull it, high 5.
On 1st down, McIntosh. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that's going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. And from down in Miami, an update. And that one a 2-touchdown advantage now for the Seahawks. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To throw is King, throwing on first down. He finds Kalen Ballage, his running back. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Here's King to throw on third down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are back within a single score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. King on first down, flushed out right, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Harold Landry has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score.
This offense step up and make that play because that's been an issue for them in this game. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Now King from the gun, he'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. King now, operating from the gun. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 20. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. Jennings was the one he was looking for. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 8 on the year. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. The extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Next to score, Packers 21, Texans 6.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now this time he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, King. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, King. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harold Landry in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Back to throw. King steps away to his left. That's caught inside the 20. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 17-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now at Lambeau. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Rolling to his right. He'll try and run it. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Looking to throw. King. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Noah Fant with touchdown number 7 on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and run it here. And he is not going to get in here, but there is a flag down, however, and it looked like someone might have come across a little early. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A big spot now for the Texans as they'll try for 2. They'll try to sneak. But he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They run, Chubb, and he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Solomon Thomas in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. The Packers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, McIntosh. And the pressure gets to him again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. On 1st down, it's Logan. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
On the carry, it's Logan. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check it back. Check it back.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
To throw is King on 1st and 10. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Noah Fant with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns as they have now chopped this lead down to 3.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Texans play. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10.